captive their price instead for all we hold dear. Then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to Biafra, consecrated nation. Oh fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious sign of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the human call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness. Biafra is our only home. It is our only home. From the rising of the sun to the going of the same, we must fight till the end to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home. Is our only hope, Biafra. We must always strive to do what we ought to do, to restore Biafra back, hope of our children. Oh, Biafra is our only home. Is our only hope.
restoration project is on course.
It remains sacrosanct.
It is irreversible.
And no amount of force can dampen nor quench the ingenuity and the resilience of the indomitable
Biafran spirit. There is only one indigenous broadcaster
championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio.
Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth.
It has been so since yesterday.
And it is today and forever.
Yes, sir, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Jokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo. Mazuchi Ukafo Mefo hails from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and of course Anambra State is Biafra land. Jokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day you shall. All around Biafra Restoration Project, it is gradually becoming the embodiment of corruption. But to ensure that this corruption does not eat up the heart of this project. And of course, I am talking about the Biafra customary de facto government, headed by Alhaji Asari Dokubo and deputized by Adarita Anebogo. Of course, this is the embodiment of pro-Biafran group with different ideology, with different perspective to how Biafra is going to restore, with different agenda. But the beautiful thing there is that all of them want either devolution of power, either restructuring of Nigeria, either opening avenue for regional autonomy. Some are after constitutional review or amendment, and the others need a referendum. And above all, people like the Biafra nation want Nigerian to be totally dismembered. And of course, the de facto customary government are doing their job. You have Uche Nasibu, you have Iki Nangwan Onenyi, you have Dr. Okadu, you have Mazi Mefo there, you have Mazi Ejike, Uzurumba, you have Dr. Ngukinkwo, so numerous to mention. Their target is simple: for Biafra to be restored in its totality. And of course, I extend my greetings to every other pro-Biafran group, wherever you are all over the world. We must all guide ourselves and make sure that our right does not encroach in the right of another. We are all doing well, and God will see us through. I specifically acknowledge members of the Biafra Nation Alliance, all the administrators, wherever you are all over the world. You are highly appreciated. You must hold the line. You must push harder. You must stand around. Sooner or later, our people will know the truth. That truth that will ultimately set them free. I will move ahead to acknowledge sympathizers, those who are not Biafran, but they have genuine concern for our position as a people. You do pray for us even when you don't know anything about us. Even when the restoration of Biafra, you have nothing to benefit directly, but you just share our pain. I encourage you not to be discouraged. Continue doing what you are doing. It will be rewarded. I can assure you that. I will move ahead to acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. They are the only one who think they know it all. They are the only one who will leave their platform and come to another people's platform to yap. And the world must understand that the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu does not represent the overall interests of the Biafran people. We have IPOB. For so long we have kept quiet and we allow Nnamdi Kanu to mess up that name. But this must be brought to your notice, that they are the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. You have IPOB led by the DOS. You have IPOB in Madrid, Spain. You have IPOB in Scandinavia. You have IPOB led by George Onyibe. You have IPOB led by Uche Mefo. So many IPOB. If you want to know the one that is the fake one and causing Hulobalo in Biafra land, they are the one I refer to as indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. Go to my Facebook wall. You will see them disgracing themselves. You will see them messing themselves up. And one could easily, under moral circumstance, begin to ask questions. Are these people actually going to be in the same country with me? But then we will get to that later. I acknowledge you. Call others and come forward. The night is fast spent, I must tell you. And as always, I will not proceed until I acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kika Biama, the one who sits in heaven and preside over the affair of man. He alone is worthy to be praised. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. Age to age, you are still the same. By the power of your name, El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. Lord, I'll praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. By the rivers of Biafra, where we shall stand, and there we will, when we remember Biafrans. Nigeria, carry us away, captivity require the song from us. How can we sing the Lord's song in the strange land? Oh, let thy words of our mouth and the meditations of our heart be acceptable in your sight, oh my God. He said. And of course, as always, without wasting much of our time, we go to our topic this evening, which is simply titled Empty Your Fears. As far as the Biafra restoration project is concerned, empty your fears. You have to empty your fears. Whatever is making you to be afraid, empty it. The world is ruled through fear. The people who rule the world, the greatest weapon they have is the weapon of fear. And so they are constantly telling you the consequence. They remind you more of the consequence. They remind you more of when you fail. They treat you with fear. They create fear in the atmosphere. And with this fear, they subdue everyone. The world exercises dominion through fear. Through fear. The world subdue the universe through fear. It's a very great weapon. But sometimes we need to relate it to this Biafran restoration project, and then most of us will see how it functions. And then maybe you begin to understand why we do what we do and how we do what we do. The world leaders, they control you through fear. want you to take a sample of all the world powers as they are referred to. Why will anybody respect America if not for its ballistic missiles? No, tell me, why will any nation without their military software or hardware? Can somebody please tell me why should they be afraid of Japan, China, without their atomic bomb? Can somebody tell me why should I be afraid of German without weapons of war? And so you see, with fear injected into everybody, they manage themselves. Many countries will not rise up today and begin to terrorize the whole world because they will get what they didn't bargain for. But fear will not allow anybody to do that. Fear works miracle. Fear works wonder. But of course, it depends the type of fear. We have several, up to 10 different type of fears, but classified under 3 categories. If time permits, tonight we will look into those type of fears. As far as the Bible is concerned, for instance, it is recorded in 365 places. Five days in a day. In all the wars on daily basis, God keep telling the Christians, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Every day he tells you, don't be afraid. It is recorded in the Bible, 365 places. The Bible says, do not be afraid. Only a few instances you are admonished to fear. And who you are asked to fear is God. If our people understand how these things work, probably they may begin to understand the in-depth meaning of what John the Beloved wrote in the book of 1 John chapter 4 verse 18. It talks about fear being torment. And it talks about perfect love casting out fear. Among Biafrans as we speak, many Biafrans has been subdued into a state of cowardice because of fear. Somebody somewhere project fear, keep you under fear, and then you cannot rise up for the sake of the truth. Tonight, we have to review the potency of fear as it concerns us, the people, and then maybe we will have the need to fear no more. Is fear which emanates from the desperate act to keep everybody as one, which is even against the law of nature itself. And now tonight you must understand how fear works. For instance, those of us entrapped in this contraction called Nigeria, out of desperation, the only weapon they have against us is the weapon of fear. The moment they introduce it, they subdue us. Today on every other platform, it's amazing. The only way we are able to overcome is because we understand the role fear plays in our life, the pattern, the method through which the enemy inject fear into the system in order to control it. And with this knowledge, we are gradually overhauling the whole system. IPOB, indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, they told you that will be sit at home from Monday the night. They told you ESN will enforce the sit at home order, that they are going to turn Biafra land into ghost town. You now see they are creating fear. Most of you are listening now through fake Facebook account, because IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu, the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, they have threatened you. The truth is so glaring before your present, but fear has made you moved back as a coward. Fear has made you not to be able to come out and speak up. My brother, perfect love casts out fear. If you're still living in that type of fear, that means your love is not perfect. You see, each time we come across people on social media as well as one-on-one interaction, I check the volume of their fear, and then I can ascertain that this person's love has been made perfect, because only perfect love that can cast out fear. But if there is no perfect love that is dwelling in you, fear will torment you. Let's look at it. Nnamdi Kanu told you through his recruit, don't join any pro-Biafran group, don't follow them, they are saboteur. Even you that know the truth, you are afraid. You are afraid. Each time they come to your inbox to threaten you, they want to induce fear into you. Each time they are telling you leave it like this, they want to put fear into you. You can see the moment Nnamdi Kanu was evacuated, whether by Nigerian government or those who evacuated him when his house was invaded, the next thing you heard is people saw what they could not believe it is happening in IPOB. People like Darlington saw it. People like Efe saw it. People like Faith Ogala saw it. Alongside with numerous other individuals. And immediately they air out. Now the Kanu in-law, who is a spiritual, I don't know what to call him. He rose up immediately. It immediately Darlington. The same man rose up immediately. It intimidates every other person who had contrary opinion, who is not calling in the Kanu savior. But that is his in-law. And now all of you run inside, you are afraid. And then immediately he hosted in Nayanya and Chike Doziem, vice president of Biafra, Kanu Takano. Immediately they come to threaten you. But because of fear, that is why we are where we are today. But of course tonight I will take you down the memory lane. And so you understand why every ethnic nationality are trapped inside this Nigeria by one group, one set of people, the Fulani. The Fulani man lives in fear. And their greatest fear will actually ultimately be their undoing. The Fulani man, no, he cannot survive without the Igbo man. Fear is what drives them. Drive deep hatred into their heart. The Fulani man, with all the looted wealth in their disposal, understand that they cannot undo the Biafra man. They cannot compete with the Biafra man. They just cannot figure out how they will survive in a decade without the influence of that Biafra man. This fear torments them day and night. And as a result, out of desperation, they begin to canvass for one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. The unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. The one Nigeria, you think they care for you. It is the fear of the unknown. And so if the Fulani man tells you that there is unity or progress in diversity, it is just speaking from his subconscious mind, trying to make you feel that all is well. They live in fear. And so they terrorize us. They hypnotize us. They threaten us with the military. They threaten us with the arms of government. And in most cases, we have yielded. We have yielded. That is why only few of our politicians can be able to stand up and speak against injustice, can be able to stand up and speak against Iruga, can be able to stand up and speak against cattle cattle ranching and stand up to speak against every other policies. It is fear. When you see Yoruba inside one Nigeria with the Biafrans and with the Fulani, of course it's not of their best interest. But the fear of the Yoruba man is that he needs somebody to be doing competition with. The greatest achievement of a Yoruba, without apology, is to be more successful than Igbo man. But it is not possible. And so they want Igbo man to be under. They want the Biafra man to be under them. They are afraid. Because they know when this country is divided. Honestly, Biafra will not be a heaven as we thought about it. We will fight ourselves. We will destroy ourselves. But you know what? In the midst of it all, from the ashes of that Biafra that we must burn down, a new nation will emerge. I will leave it at that because you will not understand. And so the moment Yoruba man understand that the Igbo man is still there, the Fulani, the Biafra man is still there, and then they are comfortable in one Nigeria. After all, no be only we go suffer them. Because they thought they cannot survive without us. And tonight I tell all of you, empty your fears. I want to believe that the Fulani, the Hausa, will be better off than what they are in Nigeria today if they should chart a way ahead of them to divide this Nigeria. We will be good neighbors. We will have a platform to form one of the most committed allies. We can organize seminar and tell each other story, what we suffered in the hand of the British in the name of one Nigeria. You will be better off without Nigeria and Fulani man. Fulani man, you can be better without your one Nigeria. But you are afraid of your fate, your ending, which you have not even been there. And so because you are afraid, it now makes you an embodiment of hatred. Because since your love is not perfected, as a result of fear, it is only hate that consumes you. The Yorubas must understand, we all were created uniquely one way or the other. And the beauty of life is that God made everything dependent on another. And so nobody is an island. Nobody is an island. The rich serves a purpose, and the poor have a purpose to serve. Those who eat also pass it out through excrete. And so one way or the other, the cycle of life depends on all. The cycle of life rotates for all of us. And the cycle of life being altered by any group who are directly benefiting from it will eventually lead the world into a very degrading state as we are seeing today. But of course, in the Nigerian state, when you look at the Biafran, one of the reasons why it is very difficult for Biafran people to come together and push this agenda forward once and for all, it is fear. So much fear. So much fear, I must tell you. And all these things, we must reconsider them and deliver ourselves from it. Among Biafrans who has been subdued into cowardice in the Nigerian state, Nigerians has their own fear. Oduduwa have their own fear, like as I've pointed out. And then we look at the fear of the Biafrans. The countless fear of the people of Biafra ranges from, number one, the fear of losing their investment. When we talk about this issue of Biafra, a lot of Biafrans are afraid. They believe it's going to end in war. And if peradventure it ends in war, they have not been able to leave the issue of abandoned property, and they could not afford another abandoned property. And so as a result, they are afraid of losing your property has hindered us from making necessary steps. But your fears will be addressed. These are some of the things the Biafra de facto customary government, some of the job they have to do in the nearest future. Your life must be secured. Your properties and investment must be secured. But there is a way to go for all those. And so many Biafrans who do not see any tangible preparation on ground to save them from such unpleasant circumstance, they live in fear. As far as the Biafrans are concerned, some are afraid that they will be reduced to minority when Biafra come. The Southeast is afraid of encountering another abandoned property, and then the South are saying that they are afraid of the fact that they believe they will be minority in Biafra, and so they cannot come out. Understand, these are your fears. The fear of terrorism also makes a lot of people back down. Now let us analyze a little bit. In those days when we started Biafra agitation under the umbrella of IPOB, our first line of priority is to protect the interest of our people in its ultimate capacity as far as we can. But today, look at the Kanu pattern of fighting for freedom. You will discover that all he has to offer is fear, intimidation, and he has succeeded in getting all of you. Even in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu, China Sanwo-Olu is online. Challenge us, come and try us, come out on Monday. Can Nigerians say that to us? Can Nigeria say that to the people of Biafra? And now, understand, the only thing they want to do is to put fear to you. Now they cannot send you to take oath. It's as a result of the fear of the unknown. He want you to be permanently slave. So he send you to go and take oath. And the oath now, you are afraid you can't say anything. God say to you, Biafran, do not fear. Do not be afraid. They are then threatening everybody. If we catch you outside one day, if truly you still gain the support of the people, why using threats to coalesce them into your criminality? The last hit at home order, there were WhatsApp audio flying from one end to another. If we catch you, we will kill you. You see anybody, you claim unknown gunmen, you destroy the vehicle of your people. But I thought we came to save them. I thought our mission on this restoration project is to save our people. When did you start carrying out this your criminal activity? To what end if not to induce fear into your people? And of course, all of them are afraid already. All of you are afraid already. But tonight, I empty your fears. Nigerians must empty their fears and begin to put their house in order, because we have to divide. Oduduwa Arewa, put your house in order, because Nigeria resolution is the end of this road. And the people of Biafra, you must develop that habit, that mindset of living in fear. Empty your fears. As far as I can tell, the Biafra will fight for. There will be no majority and there will be no minority. Not after we have gone through this Nigerian criminality. You have to empty your fears, because this one we are engaging the global community. There will be nothing like abandoned property. Those who want to subdue you through fear. That is what they do to us before now. They harass us, they intimidate us, just to induce fear into us. And at the end of the day, we are afraid and we cannot stand up to defend our land anymore. As a child, was a particular period, our house was constantly robbed by armed robber. And that was why, when I knew that my mother never had bank accounts, because I asked her, in those days, there is a cupboard in the kitchen. That cupboard is supposed to be for pot of soup and rice. And so in our kitchen, we have about 3 of them. One of them is very dirty, and you see, that is, in fact, that is where they drop the food they have prepared. But that cupboard was safe. And you know that cupboard is inside the kitchen, practically somewhere everybody have access to. And one day, thief came to our house. They saw that cupboard, all the fine cupboard with broken fanciful plate. They didn't touch anyone. They just picked that one with the pot of soup. And somewhere along the line, we were able to apprehend them. And so I said, so we and this pot have been here with all this money, all this, without our knowledge. And then I now asked my mother, why is it that you don't have bank account? My mother told me during the war, they took all her money and gave her 20 pounds. And so you see, we all have been wounded, but there is need for us to heal ourselves back. But why am I bringing it up? The moment I opened my eyes that night and I saw those armed robbers, I stood up and I raised alarm. Everybody in our house woke up and we chased those people till they abandoned the bus and ran into the river. We know them already. In the morning we went to their house, and that is how we resolved the issue. But why am I bringing this up tonight? Because my father told me, he said, the armed robber that come to rob you is afraid. And you that they come to rob, you are still afraid. He said, forget about the weapon at the disposal. Both of you are afraid. Only the one that summon more courage will prevail in the end. And that is why, if you like, carry AK-47. If you do not summon courage to face your demon, if you do not summon courage to face your monster, your AK-47 will come to nothing. But the moment you summon courage, as far as you summon courage, your fear will flee away. And that is why the generation of Biafra 1967 to 1970, they summoned courage. They fought half of the world with stick, with firewood. They fought half of the world. Not because they were invincible, but because they summoned courage. Today, Biafrans, this atrocity going on in our land, summon courage. Let perfect love dispel every fear in you. Let us stand up and deal with this spirit of the unknown, that the next generation may not be messed up. And somebody is telling you, every Monday you must stay at home. But what is the benefit of staying at home? And that reminds me, those of you in Delta, you abandoned John Chukwuma. Let's assume you did not. John Chukwuma, that was set up by Nnamdi Kanu alongside Akuwara, Go to Delta State CID. I think they are there now. So the plan of the enemy to kill them has not succeeded. You will do yourself good by going and help them, because I communicate with them today. And none of you IPO bingos has visited them. You abandoned them. 47 of them or more. Go and give them food. Go and take care of them. Because if they have died, their families know they are ready. If they have died, because somebody want to protect his ego. But you are not talking about them. You are coming to shut Biafra land down. The people in Biafra land, let me tell you how they are going to enforce the ghost town. They are going to send unknown gunmen out, or EM, as the case may be. Anambra is a major target because Benjamin Madubugu is the head of unknown gunmen, is the head of Lion Squad, which is part of ESN. Benjamin Madubugu is their commander. And their major target will be Abatete and Oba, all in an attempt to get to Mazimefo and Mazobide. And now, early morning, as early as 4, they are going to stay strategic location that leads to major markets in all the states in the southeast. They will go to around Holy Ghost, Enugu. They will go around Abakaleke, Ebonyi. They will assign some of them to go to Olo in Imo State. They will assign others to Ariaria Market in Abia State. And of course, we'll wait for all of you. And so that morning when you are going to your market, they will attack you. They will rob you. That is what they will do. And then by the time they have set example with 4 or 5 of you, you will be the one calling people and asking them to go back. And you will narrate what has happened to you. Now, for the sake of the fact that we do not want to endanger the life of anyone, we encourage you, first of all, do not be afraid. Don't go out in the dark. That is what IPOB, led by China Sanwo-Olu, Chike Dozie, Tony Zulumi, Nne Anya, Austin Agba. Of course, that was a NEPA challenge anyway, but it has been handled. And so, like I was saying, before the NEPA took light, they will send these people to harass you people, to molest you people. But let's come to think about it. What is the advantage of turning Biafra land to ghost town? They will not come to South, because indirectly they have divided the agitator, the agitation platform. But let us pretend we don't know. So they are not coming to South. But in the Southeast, that is what they are going to do. And so the question now should be, what is the benefit of turning Biafra land to ghost town? And that is a question for you to answer. Will it enhance economical boom? Will it attract investors? With the level of hardship going on, can you pay your children's school fees? Have you people not noticed that because of the COVID-19, you have to pay 3 school fees in 1 month. The school fees you used to pay for the whole year, now we pay school fees 3 times in a month. They tell you they want to meet up with the wasted days that they locked down Nigeria. And so with this early stage of people, somebody is telling you it's going to be a ghost town. Look at all of them declaring Biafra land ghost town. They and their family are in Kuwait. They and their family are in Germany. Some of them and their family are in America. None of them are here. If we must win this battle, we must rise first of all and empty our fear from within us. And the only way this can be possible is you must let perfect love to lead you. Because perfect love casteth out fear. For fear is a torment. And anybody who has fear has not been perfected in love. It is the love of Biafra that drives us. It is the love of Biafra and the love of our people that moves us. And that is why we are not afraid of anybody. We have a nation to deliver. We have a generation not just to protect, but we need to prepare them. And out of fear of the unknown, you cannot discharge your responsibility. Let us rise. Every entrapped nationality in Nigeria, all of us have to rise. Yoruba, you can be better off without Biafrans. Be rest assured. Hausa Fulani, you can build your own Medina Mecca in your own Odudu Arewa land without Biafrans. And of course, Biafrans, empty your fears. There will be no abandoned property. And there will be no issues of minority. And so you don't have to be afraid. Empty your fears. All those criminality activities being promoted in Biafra land by Nnamdi Kanu through China Sanwo-Olu, you don't run for them. You see what they are doing? They have not killed one Fulani. They didn't kill single Yoruba. But every day, they castrate our men. Each time you listen to Radio Biafra Nnamdi Kanu and you hear them threatening to kill our people, how do you feel about it? That is what we do to saboteur just to justify their criminality. How do you feel about it? You now castrate Igbo man. You now behead 10 and a daughter in Anambra, and you tell them to say it's Fulani headsmen. You killing Nigerian army and police who are Igbo people, and somebody there is telling us, you know, we got to leave, we got to move. But I know it didn't happen to your family. When we were analyzing Wike's speech he made to Ohanaeze Ndigbo, he said something. I know he didn't want to hit hard on that very point. Nigerian army were caught. They roasted them, put them inside drum, roasted them like suya. These are Igbo men. They could be Nigerian army. Roasted them. Is that how to get the Biafra? Where are those Olu warriors? Okay, foreign. I hope you are happy what is happening in your place. I can barely see the evidence of Odieshi now. Is the people of Olu afraid? Is the people of Imo afraid of the truth now? Forget about that you have your brothers at the helm of affair in IPOB, that terrorist group. If you, out of fear, choose to play the position of a coward, it is going to end very bad for every one of us. This is the time we change our orientation. That is what we are trying to do here. There is need for us to change our orientation. They can be threatening, can be harassing you. That is to show that they never were fighting for our own interest. Come to think about it. The main role of any government is to guarantee the safety of life and property, security of life and property. IPOB went to rob a bank. Nnamdi Kanu, to dismiss it, banned Biafran flag, of course, for his Zumbi. Among numerous other heinous crime. Are you telling me they are protecting you? On the night, it's a movement day. Go to your normal place. You don't have to be afraid of them. Because on that night, those unknown gunmen, you will see them on social media confessing. You'll be hearing their name. By now, they are giving themselves name. One will answer Ajakpati Yoko. The next one will answer Japan. And then Biggie, Dragon, Enyi. You will hear them answering good one name just to put fear into you. But just go back and look at all their video. Being held by Nigerian police. Both the one they ask them to confess and the one they ask them not to confess. They begin to confess all of them. You don't have to be afraid. Don't let fear rule you. Our cause is just. Our fight is genuine. And it is our right to self-determination. It is our right to civil disobedience. But on the expense of who? The people of Biafra. They undermine us all this while because we fear too much. But I thank God that this prison of fear has been broken. And it is no longer advisable for us to be living in the prison of our own creation. And as such, you must rise up and look at evil and call it by the name. Imagine if Mazuche Uka from Efo was afraid. And then he ran away. This child of circumstance would not have been here. And you have no idea what Nnamdi Kanu would have done to all of you. All the reasonable people, all the genuine people, all the sincere people, he kick all of them out, surround himself with zombie. So when you see Nnamdi Kanu follower, all of them within all of them are zombies. Proper mature zombie, heavy gbeon, heavy mugu. Quite unfortunate. And of course, at this moment, our lines will be open. Our lines will be open. You are free to call in and make your contribution. The war is still raging. Deception, manipulation, harassment coming from unknown government, coming from ESN must be put to an end. And the only way to do that, you must live without fear. You know, in those days, Nnamdi Kanu actually told you, we are fearless before our enemy. Who is the enemy of Ndigbo now? Is it Fulani? Have you not noticed that no more Fulani attack in Biafra land? Does that not tell you that it was Nnamdi Kanu who is orchestrating all those atrocities, telling you it's Fulani? I didn't say Fulanis are not doing their own, but I'm telling you that now are the stages through method through which he perform. Now they are coming openly to threaten you that your land, Igbo land, will be a ghost land. And then you are still on my Facebook insulting me. Me that is trying to deliver you from your cowardice and your stupidity. Me that is fighting, putting my life on the line to protect you. And then somebody will tell me that you are a moral human being, and I will believe. Or somebody will tell me that you have sense, that you are okay, and I believe. No. If you are a Biafran and you are still supporting this shenanigan being displayed, being marketed by China Sanworu, fake him. Only God knows if he still lives in Kuwait. Because there is no hiding place for any of them. Quite unfortunate. At this moment, our lines are open. The studio line is 070 815 45642. 070 815 for the last time is 070 815 456 42. And of course, our direct line is 081 221 529 71. 081 221 52971. And of course, it's on Facebook. For those of you who are in Biafra land, and of course, all Biafrans across the globe, you can get us on our simple radio. You can get us on our app. You can get Biafra Human Rights and Radio Station on satellite. Those of you in Delta State, within the Izene Axis, down to Obawusa and Head Bridge, you can receive Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station on FM. And of course, those of you in Anambra, from Head Bridge through Owaru to Onitsha, Territory, Mpo and its environ, you can get Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station on the FM. And those of you who are in River State, some areas in Eneka, some areas in Rukboko, some areas in Igirita, some area in Rumola, Rumorosi, all the way to Wimpy, you can get Radio Biafra within those areas. And so you are free to call in and make your own contribution. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Can you hear me? Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Of course, we lost that caller, but then if you can, you still call back. Of course, if you are finding it difficult to access our studio line, you can as well call in through my social media platform, the one that you know. You can call in through them. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Onitsha.
Yes, I want to believe you are listening to the FM through, you are listening to this program via the FM radio station. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
You are very welcome. Go ahead, please. The word
Please,
is
I want to make contribution because I have been listening to this FM, but each time I tune it, all I would be hearing is about Nnamdi Kanu, about IPOB. Before Nnamdi Kanu started, he used to broadcast what is happening in the Nigeria. Those of us that are not usually listening to ABS or NTA, we used to get information, authentic information about what is happening in Nigeria. But here in this radio FM, they don't used to broadcast it. All I will be hearing about Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB. So I want to ask if it will be possible, at least you people will be broadcasting what is happening in Nigeria so that we'll be getting little information about what is happening here.
Yes, you are very right on that aspect. I will make sure by the grace of God that from tomorrow we will be bringing up a news headline. The reason why we kept quiet all this while, because it's the same story. It's the same story Nigerians are telling us. And then the most dangerous part of it all now is that the land of Biafra is being threatened. And it's being threatened by Nnamdi Kanu. And we cannot keep quiet so that he will do that evil and walk away. But then if you go to other platform, outside my own platform, they talk about the give update of Nigeria. The update of Nigeria remain the same. If they are not emasculating one Igbo man, they are subject. How do we go home? And the will of our progress. Try and look for Facebook, search for Biafra Human Rights Radio Station. You see recruit all the way from Kuwait. All of them are there insulting us. And if you have been following Radio Biafra, you will also understand that 4 months since last year, September till December, I was their topic now. Even as we speak, Judge Onyibe steal money. Judge Onyibe sleep with women, old women. Judge, did you hear it? Sir. Did you hear it?
Of course, I heard.
But did you call them? Did you call them to leave me alone, or you believed them?
I heard it, but you know.
Hold on. You talk. You sound very correct, and I did not oppose what you said. It's good. You heard them castigating me, lying against me. You didn't stop it because I'm not a supreme savior. Did you know? Hold on. Did you know that Nnamdi Kanu Radio Biafra now for more than 5 years he was attacking Owazulike every day? Are you aware?
Of course, I'm aware of everything.
That time it is right for him to insult Owazulike, and now it's not right for us. And now you get the point. Please. Now you get the point. Your request is noted. We will be bringing update. I will make it as a point of duty from tomorrow. We will look at some news headline at least 3 or 4 times in a week. We'll bring update and analyze it.
Okay. Please, this Abba Kere Saga. Please, you people should update on that.
The reason why it does not concern me, it is the same people. Sometimes it looks like entertainment. Abba Kiyari or no Abba Kiyari, all those who are concerned them, they are still stealing money now. This Abba Kiyari itself, the Fulani, even as I'm talking to you, the Abba Kiyari is still stealing money. He's still stealing Nigerian money. And to me, we have cried enough, we have lamented enough about what is happening to us in Nigeria. We're supposed to move ahead and fashion out a way on how to liberate our people from Nigeria. But then Nnamdi Kanu is there threatening everybody, and we cannot keep quiet. Moreover, if you look at my content this evening, I'm only encouraging Biafrans not to harbor fear.
That one is not our problem. It depends on personal decision. If somebody decided to go out, that one is his or her own business. Problem.
But then Nnamdi Kanu and China Sanwo-Olu in Kuwait don't have the right to tell us to sit at home. They don't. Because if they have the right, that means Nigeria have the right to do to us what they are doing.
Of course, they don't have the right, but the issue that made them to do this is because of our leader Nnamdi Kanu. And
the same Nnamdi Kanu is responsible for disappearance of over 160 IPOB members. You are in Onitsha. Ask them about John Chukwuma and 47 others misplaced by Nnamdi Kanu. Ask them about Akowara. Doesn't Nnamdi Kanu life worth more than all those loyal, committed followers that he betrayed? Were you there when Nnamdi Kanu was on Radio Biafra calling out Onwukwe Nwanzi, Ruby Matthew, and Akuwara, and telling the world that they are kidnapper. Did you notice he even mentioned their street name on that broadcast? Does he have monopoly to condemn his people? Do you know who is Mo and Indune Soku? Do you know after attempt to bury them alive, they gave them oath not to say what happened to them? Are you not aware of what they did to Madam Shosha? Kidnap her and return her about 2 a.m. in the night and dump her in a primary school? Where is Ojuku, my master, my master? Are you aware of how that guy was set up? I can keep, since you are calling from Anambra, I can keep calling names for you. So I understand your point. And your point is simple, that we try and update our people what is happening in Nigeria. And I assure you from tomorrow we start doing that. But until now, they cannot stop killing our people. China Sanwo-Olu stop leading our people on harm's way. My brother, we go nowhere.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your contribution, and I could say you are a sincere man. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Good night from here. And of course, our people who are listening to this radio, most especially from Anambra, this is not personal. You may not understand it, but later on you will understand it. But the area I just looked at and I begin to wonder how our people reason. We understand how it's going to be without this child of circumstance. But then we have made a promise, one way or the other, we will make our voice to be heard. And then from God nowhere, the child of circumstance was born. And today, it is almost practically impossible for any Nnamdi Kanu is doing, and that is the only way we can stop him from doing those things. We will continue to tell the world their atrocity, because it's the only way to stop them. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from?
Okay. Good evening, Mazi.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
I greet. Okay, my name is Franco Mubike.
Palamu man. Good evening.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I just want to greet everybody that is listening tonight, and I greet the previous caller before you. I thank him for his own contribution too, you know. And I want to let him know about Colin and the Kanu. It's not that this platform have anything that we drag it with the Kanu, but we are seeing somebody that is sending a bad message to our people, you know. So such a person, we have to talk against him, because many people are being manipulated and many people are being taken advantage of. Because do I always say, when you look to our people, our country, how the place is eaten. So, and when you are taking advantage of these people now, it's against law. You should take advantage of the less privileged ones. So, and when we look at the nature of what is going on in our land, I think a normal human being should not accept it, because what is going on right now in our place is a terrible and horrible situation which we all can stop. So, and any of us failing to stop it or trying not to find out where this problem comes from, who caused it, and people that is causing it. So, you know, that person is making a big mistake. Biafra National Alliance, we are here to make sure we defend our people, we defend our own land, and restore Biafra as well. We are not joking. We are not joking. We are not lying here. We are not telling people, come, we are giving you Biafra today or giving you Biafra tomorrow. No, we are not lying here. We are serious, and we want our place restored. We want the peace of the Biafran land to restore. and we want our Biafra nation to be restored. So, and any people that is involved in causing this misconduct in our place, we should mention their name. We should mention their name. So, what I'm saying tonight is that I have not much to say tonight. What I can say now is if you are an Igbo man or you're a Biafra man and you know that you love the Biafra movement, you love Biafra freedom, please come into Biafra Nation Alliance, or you look for these 7 alliance we are with, Bing Masop and the rest of them. You go and join one, because all our eyes is on each other. We want to see the people that is going to see the next generation again. We want to watch ourselves and see who trying to betray our people. And if a normal human being can come out and stay with Nnamdi Kanu for 10 years now, and you never believe that this Nnamdi Kanu has no idea of getting in Biafra, that means you don't know what they call freedom seeking. When you look a man who is working to restore your nation, at the same time trying to tell you, give you hammer, give you, go and put fuel in the bottle and put a matches and throw to the police people and do this and burn, you know that this person is not ready, is confused. So we must all put hands together. We should not sit down and wait somebody and wait. I am not waiting for Uchemofo to give us the Afra, but I want to work with Uchemofo. I want to work with Maxop. I want to work with other groups. I want to work even with the IPOP, but they have to reform the strategies. They have to go and ask what is freedom seeking. Because the way the world we are now, if you are a kind of person that preach war, nobody is ready to listen to you. And this is why Nnamdi Kanu is shouting all these years. Nobody can listen to him, because no a government official or on a politician that would like to associate himself with somebody that preach war. So, and we are seeking for our own freedom. We have to be what to demonstrate how they call it, how a Democrat we are, how human we are. It's not how stupid we are, how barbarians we are. We can be, even when we have our own place. So I'm asking anybody who wants to be among the people that will restore Biafra, he should come on. He should not be afraid. I know that Nnamdi Kanu, our time is coming. People will know the truth about him more, and then some people will be fed off because they have given him all this trust, and they will not like to believe anybody that is speaking the truth anymore. But I am telling and assuring everybody that Biafran is an ideology that can never go away from the brain, from this surface earth. It can never go away. Even though we, and me that is speaking today, betrayed Biafra race, another innocent person will come out and fight with all his heart to restore this nation, because we are not free. So I'm asking everybody, come, let us put hands together to build this nation. Come, let us put hands and build this nation. We are not against Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu can tomorrow and he's trying to amend his ways, he's trying to apologize on the people who have lost their life because he caused it with his own mouth. I was not pretend about it. I was an IPOP. It's not today I started following Nnamdi Kanu. So, and I think I love him. I give him my support, my moral support. I give him my financial support. So how do you think that at this time that I can become against him again? I will not be against him, because why I am against what he's doing is that because he has been taking so much time and be taking a wrong way. Not that too much time is not the problem, but a wrong way he is taking, proclaiming war to Biafran land, which you people know that we explained this thing 50 years ago, just 50 years ago, and we want the same thing to happen again in our land. And after these 50 years, now no one has given us this nation. So now we want to fight and get this nation. They should think about how is Yemen. They should think about how is how they call it Syria up to now. Syria is getting up to 12 years now, 13 years, 10 years now in this war. So my appeal is to everybody, let's put hand to bring Biafra. Mazi George Onyibe, you do your job. I know the work you are doing is not an easy job, but keep on doing it because it's only a negative word that attract more people. If you are making a positive vibration, people will not understand you. But if you are approaching a negative one, you will see crowd following you. They'll be clapping for yourself. No wonder people even follow Hitler up to when he killed himself. People were following him. A lot of people, many people were following him. So we should not come with sentiments. We should come with all our heart. We should stop fearing, as you said, Onyibe. We should stop fearing of anything. We just stand on the side of the truth. And God, and we ourselves, not only God now, not the God now. We do the job, and God will support us on our side. So thank you very much, Mazi, and God bless everybody. God bless Biafran National Alliance, and God bless all the whole Biafra all over the whole world. And I'm looking for a day when a reasonable people will wake up and start asking questions in IPOP. Because even last time Nnamdi Kanu announces that he takes the money, that somebody that having the money now is in America. I don't know how many of the IPOP nationals that vote him, that confirm him to send that money in America or anywhere. And it's not up to 2 weeks or a week in make the broadcast, they arrested him. So something is wrong. We should tell ourselves the truth. Thank you very much, and keep on doing your job and blessing, bro.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Yes, caller on the line. Your name and where you're calling from. Good evening from here.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, my brother George Onyibe. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
How is the family?
God is helping us.
Yes. I want to put my own suggestion based on what the last caller says.
Go ahead, please.
My good brother, I like what you just said, the last caller. In as much as we are doing anything about Biafra, let us not forget. It's true, Nnamdi Kanu has offended so many places, but it's time for us to work together as brothers. Now, Nnamdi Kanu is in the cell of the Nigerian custody. Shall we continue calling Nnamdi Kanu? I feel whatever we are saying now, he's not hearing it. And then whatever they are saying now, we are saying now, other people may laugh at us. We shall not use this opportunity to broadcast everything he has done. And the one I say, only 1 year, if I am 1 year on our I'm 1 year on our. So we know that to metal in many ways, but always sometimes they come to quote the other day about what Dr. Kado says. He talked like an elderly person. At least we know the whole Biafrans now that Nnamdi Kanu has offended the Biafran struggle. And what we used to do is to coordinate ourselves. If we and one of us failed, we shall not stop there. We shall continue to rest and help him to stand up. As the last caller said, that he is fully welcome whenever he comes back. So let us not happy use you were okay. So unako. We know we are not supporting him. You talk about Ojukwu now. It reminds me about Ojukwu, my worthy brother, my good brother, that comes from I think Lobby or something. Usually call, yes, my leader. You just now you come. Yes, I remember him. So if it is true that he betrayed that man, no. It's not a good thing.
Obasi Lion Squad or Benj they declare him wanted, even to kill him. And go and ask them now. So, the same way they set up Akowara, that is what they did to that man.
So it's not good. So what I am still pleading, as I called the other day, please, my brother, take it.
Okay, you were the
Everything's
person.
You were
The person that called the other day and made a plea.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's all right.
So let us continue asking one at the Runobo. But I will find na Hana Bademba. I have able how I put the
point is that the reason why you people are saying this thing now is because Nnamdi Kanu did not win the battle. You know Chimobi Okafor?
Yeah, I used to hear about it.
Waka Biafra. Yes. She was poisoned.
Yes.
She was poisoned.
No, that girl.
She was poisoned
that
alongside with me. Yes. She was poisoned alongside with me when we went to do no election in Anambra. And now, if Nnamdi Kanu have succeeded in killing all of us, who will know that guy is a demon by now? Nobody. If you try and go to my Facebook now, you will see what Nnamdi Kanu is using our monthly due to do. Once we come on air, people stand. I want to encourage you people, all those misguided, brainless zombie of Nnamdi Kanu, you talk to them.
Yeah.
Because once I come on air, I see their nonsense on my platform. I bring it on to them. Pekin will say, Mama no go sleep, no go sleep.
Anybody that insulted you in your platform is an idiot. Because whenever two people are telling, you have to listen to the other side and listen to the other. What you feel that somebody say you told me that person may be a lying or whatever, it must fairly after be a truth. Because no one is guilty except when he was proved guilty. So you cannot just condemn somebody. Somebody might prove that he is an innocent. After all said and done, he is fully guilty. So I cannot stand here now and say, this man that we are for the same place, for the same time, I cannot support him of what he is doing. Because if I support him, I'm supporting him. So what I will do in my own side is to listen to both sides. Because when I've been listening to his radio, they are saying so many things. But right now, they are no more talking about whatever the set of. I'm only hearing sabotua. Even that time, I've been saying, how can George Onyibe be in sabotua? It baffles me so much.
Sabotua.
Now that you're talking, now we compare the two, mobile police, you see? Oh, let God give you wisdom for you to understand the truth.
Thank you.
That's
very
the thing
much.
in life.
You are just
what I will advise you, my brother, please take it easy.
Thank you.
We are say one Biafra. We are say one brother. Please.
Thank you very much.
Great way your family. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
All right, we continue to proceed. Understand, this is not personal. But that thing that gives Nnamdi Kanu monopoly to sabotage everybody and yet pretend to be the angel is the same pattern we are using. Practically, Nnamdi Kanu is no longer here for Biafra because he has destroyed everything that is supposed to give us Biafra. He has. He's confused. And so what you want to do is to be victimizing people. Now you make Biafra never come. Now you make Biafra delay. That is what you want. That is exactly what you want. And which is unfair and uncalled for. Yes, Ago Ada Biafra, if you can hear me. Good evening from here.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Hello. Good evening.
Go ahead, please. Good evening.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yeah. Good evening, sir. This is Ada Biafra. Yeah. I want to greet everyone. I want to thank Mazitema for giving us this child of circumstance. And I want to say, may Elohim Chukokika Biama, the God Almighty, bless the Biafra Nation Alliance family. I want to greet everyone. Chidera, he has been there broadcasting now. I'm so happy about everything that is happening. And you, Dofa, May Chukwu Kadama bless you. I don't know. Anyway, let me not be biased anyway. But these people that are telling you to take it easy. Me, I have not started though. We are just preparing. This is just 6 months. We are just because there are many things in my mouth to talk about. Huh? Huh? How can somebody be coming to someone's office and be calling the person saboteur in the presence of everybody, and everybody around me hates me because of that, without no reason. And me, I tell it to take it anyway. And let me just say another thing. We are just preparing. Just let everybody hear it. We are just preparing. We have not started though. We are just preparing. Easy, just preparation to start. When we open our mouth, some of them will drink poison and die because they can't face their shame. Anyway, I just want to urge everyone. I don't know whether those people they kept in the bush, they feel to come out and hear words that will deliver them from that blood oath, from that demon that is called dragon flag, that blood-sucking demon they call dragon flag. And those children to advise themselves. If they dare to come out, I'm saying it again, I'm saying it the way I always say it. I've said it until that woman did not go to that Abuja. If she had gone to that Abuja, if not that I shouted it and keep shouting it, I'll say, if you go to this Abuja, you will not come back. If she had gone to Abuja, will she have been back now? Are they not in prison now, those that went to Abuja? 10 bosses diverted into prison. See, they are nowhere to be found now. And nobody is talking about them. All they are talking about is for some of those that are still remaining inside their bush to come and die on the street of Biafra on Monday. Okay, I salute you before you die. If you can't advise yourself, I'm not the one that can advise you. Now, another thing is, that Nasa have been looking for a way to be, they said, is a commander-in-chief of army staff of unborn Biafra that they have not seen, fraudulent Biafra that they have used all this while to destroy the new Biafra freedom fighters. He wants to be the chief in command. This is an evidence to show you that he was the one that is commanding. He is the one that will gather these ones, they will tell them to tell the other ones. And the other ones will be saying that they are hearing sound of their leader. They have 2 leaders, 2. They will hear from Ekperima. They will hear from fraudster, a demon possessed. That is how it was happening. That guy, I know him since. I know that he's commanding. Do you know that as of the time that I have not seen this experiment like this, that the only person I know that they obey their command is Chimasaworu, and not even the one they call their leader, the experiment leader. Is not even the one that they hear from. And now the demon have come out in full force, tell them to come and die. If you people come out, your grave straight. And they will stay there in Kuwait, so he will not come back. He will stay there in Kuwait. You will be dying here. He will stay there in Kuwait, enjoying his life, enjoying the blood money that he used your blood to get. I'm saying it again and again. If you can't advise yourself, I will not be able to advise you better. You better advise yourself. You better not come out. If you are still in the bush, come out. So you are a lamb for sacrifice. Even if they give you mark, come out. So nothing will happen to you. That is demon. It will not do you anything. Pray for yourself and be delivered. Stop following these people. They want to kill all of you and use your blood for ritual. Come out. Come out of the bush. Come out of the forest. Come out of anywhere they hide you, whether inside the house or wherever. Come out. Do not let them deceive you by telling you that the oath you took, it will destroy you. It will not destroy you, it will destroy them that want to kill you. Come out so that you will be alive. Many that I have told they went and died, they are nowhere to be found. If spirit comes out now, many spirits will be testifying that I told them not to go, that things have changed hand. Thank God, the Kurima have handed himself over to the Nigerian government so that they will do amnesty. You better come out. There is nothing like fighting for freedom. This is our freedom. We are not fighting for it. We are using self-determination to restore Biafra. There is nothing like fighting. There is nothing like struggling. We are not struggling for anything. This land is our land. It's Biafra land. Nobody has it for us. We are to build Biafra land. We are not here to fight and destroy Biafra land. We are not here to destroy Biafra land. We are here to build Biafra land. Better advise yourself. If not, my message now and my cry is to go inside social media and write rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. Even the biggest one, I will write it in capital letter. Rest in peace, rest in peace. That's all. I will not cry for you again. I have cried enough. I will not cry again. If anybody come out and go and start harassing people and they beat him to death, now you sabi, now you go answer for yourself in the presence of God that you don't know what you are doing or that you know, but you want to go and die. You will be called hero. See, Experimana inside the Nigerian DSS, he don't want to die. Their people don't want him to die, but you, they want you to die so that they will call you hero. Why not him die so that we will call him hero? You better advise yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. And of course, we must continue. We must not deviate from our topic this evening, which is simply trying to empty our fears. This is a must. We must empty our fears. This is the only time we can be able to challenge the situation and bring it under submission. A caller on WhatsApp, your name and where you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. George. Good evening, Dr. George.
Good evening, Mazib. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Once again, thank you so much for your energy. Thank you for the job you're doing. I appreciate you. Good evening to all Biafrans, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. I will introduce myself. I'm Chimeze calling from London. Good evening to all members of Biafra National Alliance and to the Biafra de facto customary government. I say good evening to every member and good evening to Mazi Okafu Chemefo. But once again, I thank you for the great job you're doing. And to all the previous callers, thank you for calling in. And that goes to show our commitment and the philosophy of Mazi Okafu Chemefo, who has promised transparency and who said this radio is a human right radio. Everybody calls in and they make their contribution so long they are trying to communicate as human. We are such in a trying period. That is the honest truth. And we are predicted. One doesn't need to be a prophet. But tonight, I crave your indulgence. With your permission, let me speak to Ndibo precisely. I know we are all Biafrans, but I want to speak specifically to Biafrans of Igbo extraction.
Go ahead.
Today, we've seen faceless criminals carrying out genocide, wanton killings, destruction of property against Ndibo, against Ali Igbo, and the majority of Ndibo have lost their voice. Prior to the election in 2019, when the Oba of Lagos made a comment that he would throw Ndibo to the lagoon, every Igbo person added their voice, cried to high heavens, rebuked the Oba, and did put their voice. Not so long ago, when Buhari made a comment that he would teach the secessionists or he would treat them in a language they understand, same thing, every Igbo, we are crying genocide, added their voice from the mountain top to the valley. But what are we seeing? In recent times, some faceless criminals who call themselves IPOB members and DOS has been going about carrying out genocide, pogrom. I will use the word pogrom against Ndibo. Threatening all sorts of brims and firestone, releasing so many, inciting statements, threatening to kill our own people, and their foot soldiers are doing their bidding. At least 30th of May, when we did the Biafra Remembrance Memorial Day, Nnamdi Kanu was on air threatening genocide against Ndibo, that whoever comes out will be killed. And true to his word, his foot soldiers carried out his orders. China Sanwo-Olu, the faceless criminal with double identity, Chike Dozieri, and a host of his cohorts who are hiding under their bedsheet, are putting out genocidal threats, intimidating our people, oppressing our people, killing our people for no just cause. And majority of Ndibo, they've gone silent. I ask one question. Why are we hypocritical to our own selves? First, these are my personal assertions. These are my personal assessments. And I did this in my quiet time when I was reflecting, trying to put two and two together. Till this period, Ohaneze, the political class, the traditional rulers, the elites, the social influencers, the celebrities, all those, those who want anything about it being precise. It's not about wearing the Dot Nation t-shirt. Have they come out in all clear terms, unambiguously, to condemn these acts? Or is it because they are Igbos, killing Igbos? it's high time everyone accept the reality that IPOB has, desecrated the Biafran struggle, or they have succeeded today is Olu, tomorrow it can be any town. If we all keep quiet, that means a deafening silence is a direct endorsement of these atrocities. It is time the same Ndi Igbo who rose up when Buhari made that genocidal comment and condemned him, they need to rise up to condemn Chinasa Nworu and his criminal gang. Yes, people can argue that the word of Buhari is law, he's the president of Nigeria, and people can try to liken these criminal elements to the village drunkards. But my argument is based on reality. When they make these threats, their foot soldiers go about intimidating, harassing, maiming the vulnerable, gullible Igbo population in Biafra land. On the 26th of July, we saw what happened in Anambra State. The man whose Sienna was badly damaged. These are examples. During the Biafra Memorial Day, we saw what happened. These guys driving in, motorcycles, chasing up people with machete, beating them up. Somewhere along, I think in Olo, they were moving around with their Sienna and some boss picking up random Biafrans today who can attest of their safety. If at all that wasn't the day they used to kidnap the innocent Biafrans, females that were beheaded, this is the testimony of Onyibe. It's worrisome if Ndi Igbo will keep silent. This is the time they are needed the most, because we must fight the enemies indoors and we must fight them vigorously. Over the years, Nnamdi Kanu and his group has not hidden their agenda. Their intent has been clear from the word go. He wants to make Igbo land Somaliland. He wants to make it Yemen. He wants to make it Syria. He wants to make it Libya. For crying out loud, these things are manifesting. Follow, deserve their serenity. They deserve their peace. They deserve their progress. This is not what Biafra restoration is all about. These guys, they've destroyed our values. These criminals cannot be hiding and be making threats. Why don't Ohaneze Ndi Igbo take a stand? They are our fathers, and condemn what is condemnable. At the end of the day, what is stopping these criminals if they claim it's an Igbo cause? They are fighting for Ndi Igbo. Nnamdi Kanu sacrificed his life for Ndi Igbo. Where has Nnamdi Kanu subjected himself to a town hall meeting comprising other stakeholders? The same way these guys are hiding wherever they are hiding, making threats, without trying to engage with the stakeholders. Lastly, every prominent Igbo voice that comes up is all about free Nnamdi Kanu. But I stand for those who have no voice. Now, we have Biafrans, precisely IPOB members, that are incarcerated, held up in different correction centers, in deplorable conditions. Because they are less human, they are less Biafran. For goodness sake, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, they need to do better. I expect them by now, except they are doing something in the background without my knowledge, but in the public domain, nothing of such. When they come to court, all the focus is Nnamdi Kanu. What about that 70-year-old boy from Ebonyi State that was arrested? Does he not deserve his freedom? Does his parents not deserve to have him back? There are so many atrocities going on, all in the name of Biafra restoration. We need to take a stand to filter the criminalities of IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. These things, everyone, we warned him, we cried out, but he could do his worst. He can play God if he wants to. And today, it's time for them to show how formidable they are, what force they can be to reckon with. Rather than them focusing on threatening the Biafran civilian population, the innocent people, trying to coerce them, trying to cow them, they need to make the groundbreaking of all jailbreak. This is the time they need to go and break DSS facility. I think they are formidable. They can go and break prisons, attack police stations. This is what is needed the most. And commit this thing, then I'll give them the my support. But they can be these cowardice. All their energy is on threatening innocent people. Enough of these threats. Ali Igbo must rise up. Every prominent sons and daughters of Ndi Igbo who found it or who's seen it deemed to criticize the utterances of Buhari and the Oba of Lagos, they should in the same vein rise and condemn this. We cannot have our own people living in fears. What is left for these guys is to make Ndi Igbo to become refugees in their own land. For those of them who are making counterintuitive comparison, we do not want Boko Haram in Igbo land. We do not want bandits. Whoever is making such comparison, then is short of wisdom. We are seeing what is happening in the Northeast. The Northeast, the Northerners, they are not happy about it, but they are helpless. We do not want to find ourselves in this helpless situation, a crime being perpetrated by our own people. We are saying enough is enough. We must rise up. This is not about, hating Ndi Igbo. No. If anything, those who have taken it upon themselves to speak the truth are doing this from the place of love because they can foresee the future. They are futuristic. They are realist. Most of them keeping silent. They need to wake up. Yoba, thank you so much for the good job you're doing. I can't thank you enough. And we'll continue to preach this gospel. We'll continue to say the truth as it is. We'll continue to call out this criminal element for who they are. They are no freedom fighters. They are not trying to engage with anybody. They are not trying to interface with anybody. They are not trying to, even look for a mediating channel. All they are doing is to try to turn Ali Igbo into a launch pad for their atrocities. Thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Of course, that is the spokesperson for the Biafra Nations Alliance. Of course, always on point. My brother, we are in this together. We understand perfectly well how our people feel. And our intention is not to use their love for Biafra to undermine them. No. We will tell you the naked truth. We will present the truth to you holistically. And what you do with it, it's entirely your business in the end of the day. But of course, we are watching those who are at fond of selling out Biafrans, and we are going to follow them up. They will not be allowed to sell the next generation, and no more Yahoo freedom fighting. No more Yahoo. It's a promise. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me, caller on WhatsApp?
Good evening.
Good evening. River State Administrator. You're welcome.
Yes, am I coming out clear because the network is not very okay tonight? I don't know. Am I clear to everybody?
Loud and clear. And the world is listening.
Okay. Good evening from here, from River State. I want to thank all those who believe in the truth, who always stand for the truth. As I usually say, the truth remains the truth. I thank our brothers and all whom have made efforts to preach this truth. Let me tell the people of Biafra and the entire world. Today, here in River State, we are having more of the challenges of preaching Biafra. Today, this time around, I mean, I can tell you that I am tired. I'm defeated on preaching the Biafran gospel. Why? Because of Nnamdi's utterances and IPOB's behavior. Today, I cannot willingly open my mouth to tell an Ogoni man, an Ikwere man, a Kalabari man, that he is part of Biafra. If I will tell you, you can see your brother. Are you see your brother? So right now, I feel exhausted. I feel defeated of telling somebody in these things that is happening about Biafra. He will tell me, look at what your brother is doing. He will just play the audio of Kam, and I will be filled with shame. This is the struggle has become. I can tell you comfortably that these days I'm more ashamed to tell people about breaking up from Nigeria. I'm so ashamed to tell people about freedom when these people cannot see that freedom from the supposedly leader of the Biafra, supposedly in quote. I'm so ashamed that I can no longer feel comfortable to go to anybody, to come to any those people I try to convince that they belong to Igbo. An average Ikwere man hears Igbo comfortably. But Kano's activities has made these people disassociate themselves from Igbo. So how then do we achieve success? How? How? The people that we are just trying, managing to convince them. We are managing to tell these people, oh, Biafra is all about freedom. But somebody came on air to utter threats over others' freedom. Have you heard a Nigerian government open up to tell you, if you open your shop on Independence Day, you'll be killed? Can someone tell me that you heard such news on air, on such announcement? Have you heard an announcement from the Nigerian government that if you open your shop on Army Memorial Day, or Armed Forces Day rather, that you'll be killed? Are there no shops opened on Armed Forces Day? People don't go to shop on first Independence Day. So why will your own come with devious threat, deadly threats, not even threat of taking them to court or judging them or giving them many punishment, but your punishment is death? Even a governor cannot give such command. Even the president that we all claim that he's not democratic, we assume he's not democratic, has never on any account, on any media, threatened life. So the question this asks me is, how are you sure that this person who wants to put me together in his country will not deny me freedom? You know, it has made our efforts, effortless. We seem not to be productive. we seem very unproductive. If you count those that have encountered so much problem in this struggle, you talk of those who found themselves in the south. I tell people, the River State has more than 12 languages. Of course, they have 23 local governments. But the languages are uncountable, different languages. The struggle. How can you achieve that? Lose a country like a state like Rivers? Kanu know better. But instead of trying to make sure that these people get your consent, I feel ashamed when I see them. You say, see, are you seeing your brother? Are you seeing your brother? Where is the freedom? Where is the freedom you preach? You preach freedom. Freedom. We need freedom. You need freedom. But you cannot give freedom to an ordinary man on the street. An ordinary family whose wife wanted to give a birth on your sit-at-home day. This is what we have become. So I am reporting from River State today that our efforts in this part of Nigeria in order to preach this message is becoming more troublesome, becoming more difficult because of the person who is carrying the image of this struggle to the world. Because of Kanu's picture in this struggle, today it's almost impossible to talk to anybody about Biafra. First of all, how do you even come out and say you are a Biafra member? When Kanu openly told his people to look for Wike's head, how do you even come out from the first instance to identify yourself as a Biafra? Once you mention Biafra, what comes to anybody's mind is, oh, those Igbo that want to kill our governor. So this is what the struggle has become. When we struggle, trying to preach this message, it's not working. When someone will come and tell you, why are we always talking about this man? This man is a stumbling block. Look at his utterances. Look at they said birds of the same feather flock together. Look at his member giving the same trait, even more difficult, more deadly, giving threats to people in a society that may have emergency on that day. And you're telling me to stop shop, stop market. If I have an exam, some people are writing WAEC today. Some people are writing WAEC in schools, and you want them to miss their paper because you are carrying out sit at home. Some people are having their shops. Some people sell more on Mondays. Some people who have customers from far places sell on Mondays more than any other day. And you want them to lose this. During COVID, you never gave them a cup of rice. You never gave anybody in Abia State a cup of rice. Now, you have made it an Igbo thing. Why not come to River State and apply that law? You see how they are seen as someone who is going to, eliminate their own tradition. You don't consider them. Igbo states, Biafra state, you don't mention rivers. Come and tell Wike that there should be no market. Come and tell the governor that nobody can move. So this is what we are facing today. This is what we are facing. Sometimes I feel like giving up. I feel like giving up. When you talk to people, the first thing they present to you is this person. This person. Well, I don't blame them because we, in one way or the other, have elevated this man. Yes, I don't really blame them. Yes. When we preach this man, I don't know what came over us then, that we had to swallow everything that he preached, thinking that he's ideal, thinking that he's speaking the truth. Get the video of those that they will kill after this sit-home on Monday, as announced, believed, and they are going to use these as evidence against me when he talk to them about the struggle. You see how Kanu became the stumbling block? Those that will call you and tell you, why are we always talking about this man? They will bring out their video, their picture, and tell you, oh yeah, you that have been telling me about Biafra, to come and join Biafra. They say you're Biafra. Now look at pictures, look at videos, look at someone's head being cut off because he's named saboteur. So when we become a country, which means a group of people will say something, and if I come on air and say the otherwise, that I don't believe in what they say, they cut off my head. Such person has a case. When they put this argument against you, they have a genuine argument against you, and they will certainly win your argument. They'll certainly defeat you. So we will continue to preach against this tyrant, this autocracy. Igbo enwereze. Till tomorrow, there's no kingship in Igbo land. You can never be one. You can never bring what doesn't exist. However, you told us that Igbo is cursed, so you don't belong here. This is where I will stop. I'll be listening, but I feel pain so much in all this, because those ask anybody, those in non-Igbo states are the ones that face so much trial, because we are filled with shame all over our eyes. We feel the shame so much that we can't even come out on the street and mention Biafra. Thank you, my brother, and thank you to all who heard me this night.
Thank you.
God bless you.
As always, and good night from here. And of course, the people of Biafra must understand the high level of degradation from IPOB and indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. You people don't even have idea the level of damage. And of course, there is a way to go. Ordinarily, if they come out and appeal to the people and encourage them in order to show solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu, we appeal to the people of Biafra to, as a matter of urgency, not to come out on that day. And then, you know, human being is talking. You all heard China Sanworu yapping. He's hiding his name, fake name, fake location, everywhere, fake, criminal. It's unfortunate. Yes, caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from.
From here.
Yes, Agowanye. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you for your good work. I greet all the people that have spoken, and I greet our leaders, those that have made it possible for us to be coming out to air our zeal. One thing or the other really made me to call this night because of the first two persons that called. That's the people that I really want addressed to. If we must tell ourselves the truth, I hate pretense in my life. All those people that are coming to see this, more especially the fourth caller, I know he himself is still living in fear that you talked about. Because they just want to come and say it so that in case some of the non-government or as they are called, we be listening to them, they will know that we are the one that said this or that. Will that person tell himself the truth that he did not know what has been going on? Have he not seen on the social media the heads displayed on Market Square? Those heads belongs to human beings like us. They cut those heads from somebody's family, chief and the brother, and now they are talking about another man they told to quit his job. He refused. Then they went back and beheaded him. Is it the kind of nation we are going to showcase? Then the second person still spoke that we should stop talking about him and saying that if he comes back tomorrow to repent, we will open hand and welcome him. So if you are the one that he has killed your brother or your sister is one of the 10 girls beheaded and used for fortification, so you will open hand and welcome that person when he comes back to plead. The only thing that will settle the issue is if that person will bring down my brother back to life, then I will now welcome that person. Or you bring out your own brother or your own son to be slaughtered the way you slaughter my own. The things that are going on our land, any reasonable person that say that is not being disturbed, that person is not telling him or herself the truth. And this always makes me to start asking questions. Are you sure that their lawyers went to the 4 walls of university and read law, or did they buy that their certificate from the market? Because if actually they went to school and studied the ethics of law and made that certificate, then we know that the person they are now defending is safer. They're supposed to have called him to order. If I were the Nigerian government to tell you the gospel truth, I will get all of them locked any time they come to ask for that person. I will put them in the same dungeon that person is, because all of them are culprits. Even lawyers, if I thought they will even defend you in any crime you committed, there's the extent they will defend you rich. They quit the case, knowing full well that you are fully involved into it. Now that he is already in the hand of Nigerian government, then his members continued from where he stopped. They are the ones nailing him to the cross, because I'm very much sure he would have not gotten to this extent if not because of the kind of evil people that surround him, that we are clapping hands for him. They pushed him to that place he is. And now all of them are dragging position. Everybody is coming to issue threats. Maybe that's the way their leader issues it before people will start fidgeting or something of that nature. Many of them are dragging many things. Today they will open account. Tomorrow they will issue is fraudulent. Their brother will come and counter it. All these things, money, leadership, position, fame, that's what they are dragging. And they are dragging it at the blood of our children, for Christ's sake. All these people that are saying, calm down, take it easy. Yes, you will take it easy, but not taking it easy is not to stop exposing the evils, the atrocities. There are many that is still hiding that people have not heard about. Instead of them to start asking questions, if people like Uche Mefo that is starting this movement with will now turn to saboteur, oh my goodness, will now turn to saboteur, and you that preaches morning and evening, every morning 5 o'clock, your voice will wake us up from sleep. Then today you are a saboteur. Have they not even asked themselves if these kind of categories will be a saboteur? Is he you, the JJC that is just learning work, will not be saboteur tomorrow? They're supposed to have asked questions to know what is actually hidden, because up to tomorrow you are still, and the Uchemofo is still telling us that when we will know the truth, meaning that upon all these things we are seeing today, there are more dangerous truths hidden that we have not even known. What am I going to say again? What I'm telling to those two brothers that called is that they should please go to their radio and call them and plead with them to stop killing our children. If they stop killing our children today and tomorrow, good and fine, and apologize for the ones they have done. We will not forget. But we will just forgive you, but we will not forget. Because there's no way you will tell me that you will take away the life of my own brother. I will forgive you, but I will not forget it too. Any day I see anybody that is of the same age mate with that person doing something reasonable, I will still remember my brother again, and I will not remember who killed him. You will not tell me that the children of all these people that were incarcerated, that their manhood we are cut off, those children that their fathers said we are cut off, or their brothers said we are cut off, and displaced at the market square for people to see. We grow up tomorrow and forget it. They may forgive you, but they will not forget it. Anything can rise up again. They will like to revenge. The only thing that will solve this situation now is for all those people that knows how to preach the gospel of peace. Let them go to their radio and call them and preach that gospel of peace to them to stop the evil they are doing. They have killed our people enough. They have killed our people enough. Let them channel their grievances to the place, to those people that caused their predicament. Somebody set their leader up before he was apprehended. And if they are telling themselves the truth, they might know those people. Let them go after them and they bring them out and leave innocent people. The land is crying. The land is crying and is looking for vengeance. When the land of this evil, they are describing like this, we stand up for vengeance. They will not get it, go free from it. It's not a child's play. Let them stop killing our children. Let them stop. Let them stop. Enough is enough. Why should somebody that have legal practitioners, why should they be opening their mouths to say all these kind of things? Which means that their barristers allow them to be saying it, they are teaching them how to say it. Otherwise, I think for you to have a legal practitioner, if you have a case to answer, is for you to know the right thing to say or the right thing to do at the right time. And this one, it appears as if their barristers now are accomplices to the evil they are committing. Do they want to tell me, the barristers, do you people want to tell me that you have not seen all these things that are doing on the road? Okay, let's assume that they are not even the non-government that are doing it. Why then should their leader come on it and claim the responsibility? They themselves accepted and go to social media. You see how they are clapping hands for those people, telling them God bless them, telling them they will continue till when Biafra is restored. Oh, the continue killing your people. When they kill them finish, who are those that will be restored then? And when Jungle Macho, you will not start denying that you are not a non-government. But you people baptize yourselves with that name. If you are not the one and you know the one that are doing it, and you claim that you are protecting us, why not try and get all those people that are doing it and showcase to us, so that we know that these are the non-government and these are the ECN that is securing the East as they claim. Let them stop this. Let them remove the hand of a monkey from soup before you turn to small pickings hand. It's getting out of hand, and there's a way, there's this law of physics. They say that if action and reaction are equal and opposite, there is a way you will push somebody to the wall. When he gets to that wall, there's nothing that person will do because he cannot penetrate through the wall. He will not bounce back on you, and you will not find out that of action we give to you will be higher and greater in magnitude than the reaction you have, the action you have given to the person. I think everywhere meaning Biafrans and the world global in general should rise up and condemn the evil that is being perpetuated on the heads of our people. Like as our spokesman said, I don't know the reason why all the elites, even the governors, the traditional rulers of Onyibe and the rest of them, I don't know why they are keeping mute. Does it mean that they are not seeing this thing? Are they not watching telly on social media on their phone? Are they not watching internet on their television? Are they not seeing all this? Why are they keeping quiet? Is it when all the youth have been wiped out to finish? They don't know the day it may reach them, or are they afraid so that they themselves will not be beheaded? Then what made you a leader? A leader is the type that can alone for people to see him. Even if every other person said no, a leader will say yes. That makes you a leader. You are the our life and every other thing. Why are you keeping mute and they are wiping us away one after the other? Why? Why? Mothers are crying. Why? Many mothers today are childless. Many mothers today are widows. Why? Enough is enough. Please, those people that knows how to preach peace, please call their radio and plead with them. Let them stop killing us. Enough is enough. Two persons can agree to disagree to agree. It's not mandatory that our ideology will be the same. And God continue to keep you and bless you. Good night, sir.
And of course, we continue to enlighten our people. We continue to bring the whole issue, lay them bare for our people to know the truth. Because if you cover this out of fear, it will only torment all of us. And so we continue seeing the truth until the truth gets into everybody. We continue doing what we are supposed to do without looking back. And of course, Biafrans, wherever you are all over the world, this is not the time for you to be afraid. Not afraid of the Nigerian state, not afraid of the terrorization, the terrorist activities of Nnamdi Kanu going on in Biafra land. I'm joined by one of us. Can you hear me? Mazio, can you hear me? Just hold on a minute, please. Your cord is not connected. Okay, go ahead. You can go ahead, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening from here, Mazi.
Good evening. Good evening, my brother.
My name is Okum Paul. I'm calling from London, United Kingdom. Diokba Onyibe, only those who their ears are blocked, we say they are not hearing this gospel you are preaching every night. Okumuka is talking to our people. Udowele, Odogele. They are every day talking to our people. Our father Obidio Bienu is advising our people. Look at what the last caller from River State said. He should not come away from the threat, the fear. He should come out fully and talk to our people. We have done it before, like I used to say. We will do it again. Those of you afraid of IPOB, there's nothing to be afraid of. Instead, they are supposed to be afraid of us, Biafra Nation Alliance, who are standing on a moral ground, on a high moral ground, to tell our people the truth. Mazi Diokbo Onyibe, I still maintain that Biafran struggle is not a one-party system. It's left for all of us. So many pro-Biafran groups in the restoration effort of our sovereign nation Biafra. I use this opportunity to thank those who are working assiduously to make sure that Biafra comes. Mazi Onyibe, honestly, I thank you. I salute you. You are doing a very wonderful job. May God Almighty in heaven protect you and give you more wisdom to carry on steering the ship you are. You've sworn your life. The advisory body, Biafran Nation Alliance family, both in Biafra land and in diaspora. You are doing a very wonderful job. Imagine in 6 months, Biafran families, Biafran Nation Alliance family have been built all over the world, all around the world. I thank each and every member, those in Europe, those in United Kingdom, and those in America. Will I forget those in Biafra land? May God reward all of you that come out to call evil by its name. We will not stand and watch our nation Biafra being destroyed. Not today, not tomorrow, not forever. We have come out to salvage our name Biafra and our people who have been brainwashed. Those of you who are afraid of the oaths, I have advised you. The people who gave you oath broke the oath. The oath have no power over your head. Rather, they are the one who will pay for whatever atrocities they have committed in our land against our people. For those of you in Europe or United Kingdom who want to join this great family, imagine in the next 2 years or in the nearest future how this family is going to be like. It's only 6 months. Look at how and where Biafra Nations Alliance have attained. Just call my number. If you're in United Kingdom, you call 075 3641 5024. I repeat, if you are in London or in United Kingdom, you call me Paul 075 3641 5024. Or if you are calling from Europe or any other part of the world, you add it +44 75 3641 5024 +44 75 3641 5024, or you call any of the radio platforms. You can join Biafra Nation Alliance Facebook page. You can inbox the admins on the Facebook page, they will direct you. My number is on WhatsApp as well. If you can't call, just send me a message. I will call you back and direct you to the nearest Biafra Nations Alliance family, wherever you are, in United Kingdom or Europe or anywhere. If this is the only number you grab from the broadcast, or you call Onyibe, who is always every day, trying to reset the brain of our people. Onyibe, I don't have much to say. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to our people. May God bless you. Good night, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. We are all in this together, according to Mazime 4. And honestly, we are moving forward, and there is no going back. Until Biafra is restored, we go nowhere. We go nowhere. When we say we go nowhere, most people do not understand the implication behind those words. The people of Biafra must begin to empty themselves of any form of fear. Any form of fear that you have been entertaining in time past. Empty your fears. There's a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Your name and where you calling from? Good evening.
This is Mazi. This is Matt calling from Biafra land. We are not Biafra.
Go ahead, please. The word is listening.
Thank you, sir. I'm just listening to your program this evening, and I was touched by the comments of the people that caused me to contribute. But the area I want to go is on the side of the ones that is saying that we should pardon Nnamdi Kanu, let's move ahead, this and that. I want to, in case whether if they are listening, they are still listening, I want to make them to understand that the reason we are talking about Nnamdi Kanu's atrocity here is no other thing but that to show the world that we Biafrans are not from land playing with our people, because watching him, the world is watching him playing the game. So if you do as if you don't know what he's doing, it will be thrown on you any day, anytime you make contact with these people. Because I know that very soon we have our representatives trying to engage with the international community. They must surely ask you about Nnamdi Kanu, and they must surely make you to understand that they know what he's doing. So it's very important that we differentiate ourselves from his criminality in our land. That is number one. Number two, the atrocity of that guy has become too much in our land. We are the one he is killing. We are the one he is claiming to be bringing freedom to. I here was one of the people that narrowly escaped death last 2 years and thereabouts. You know, had it been that I fall victim of all this his game, how will my family cope without me? How will people around me cope? Then at the end of the day, that person, somebody will come and tell you, oh, forget him, let's move ahead. It's a lie. And up to today, this guy and his group is still causing mayhem in our land. I was going through the social media today, this evening, I saw about 20 people that were paraded by Imo State Police Command or thereabouts, claiming that they are members of IPOB, ESN, unknown government, and this and that. And they were paraded with some guns, you know. Now, this guy has succeeded in criminalizing all of us. Now, Nigerian police or army can easily arrest any human being, tag him unknown government or ESN. Before you could know it, that person has been killed. Yesterday, everybody saw one building they burned down at Oralo yesterday, and I overheard some of the occupants of the building saying that they don't know anything about the guy the army said they are looking for that needed them to burn down their house. Everybody knows what it takes to buy something. Now, not to talk of building a house from the scratch. It's not easy. So all these things have been going on. People running helter-skelter. They have banned every Monday now, starting from the 9th of this month, that every Monday in Biafra land will be a ghost Monday. To whose detriment? Who is losing? The same our people. The same our people that is finding it difficult to make ends meet. Even if the Biafran people close down their shops, that is holding in on the can. How can these people will come and claim that they are bringing freedom to us at the same time they are giving us the worst treatment that we have never even received from federal government or Nigeria, that we are claiming that they are oppressing us? I had one brother that called in from River State said that is the problem. Because of this guy, someone cannot come out boldly again to preach about Biafra, because everybody is monitoring and watching what he's saying. The day he announced that Anambra people should enter bush or they die, it was from one of my friends from River State sent me that clip. I don't even know that he used to listen to those things. It was a friend from River State sent me that clip, asked me to listen, But even this Barrister Joffo that used to be his legal advisor, what they can call themselves, that man's supposed to be giving Nnamdi Kanu advice when he's going somewhere trying to do things that will nail him. Joffo supposed to tell him, no, don't go this way. Because Joffo knows the gravity of jumping bell. A court grants you bail, you jump the bell. Joffo is a legal luminary. He's supposed to know the implications of such. Okay, after you jump, you start to create more problem on top of the bell you jump, to the extent of taking out a step that criminalized the entire Biafran people. For you to come out boldly now on the road and express yourself as a Biafran man now is a risk, because you don't know who may be around watching you. At the end of the day, you'll be picked. Before you could know it, that person has been wasted. So I'm just trying to let some people who felt that, we are trying to cajole Nnamdi Kanu or destroy his image, to stop thinking about that. Let them go and make their own research and know if what we are talking about Nnamdi Kanu is true, whether it's true or lie. A lot of crime has been committed by that guy against our own people. Not even crime against Nigeria, crime against the same, crime against humanity. Wasting blood, condemning people's character assassination, making people to see some people like, look at it in our area today. So many people goes around and telling people that Temefon collected $50 million. If you ask them, is it $50 million or 50 million naira or 50 million pounds? They say they don't know. What they know is that Nnamdi Kanu say I collected 50 million from federal government of Nigeria and Britain. But people are carrying those rumors, walking around without trying to know if this is true or not. Judge Onyibe, your own is that they say that you collected money given to Loretta Onochie by Odros Okano and some flashy cars on top of it. That was why he removed you. Here, this area that we are, people are rumoring it, carrying it all over the place. I used to ask them, have you seen Judge Onyibe face to face? They say no. Have you do any business? They say no. How do you come into conclusion that this is true? Have you tried to make your own research to know if this is true or not? But do you know that the same person telling you that somebody collected money from government is the person collecting money from so many various of governments in Nigeria. Example, Anambra State. Obiano gives him money every month so that he can stop calling him monster and kill people. That was why even during the NSAS problem, he exonerated Obiano, said that he's the only person that did not kill. But he don't know that we know what is going on. Who is deceiving who? So my brothers, let us, before we conclude, before we say that, oh, Judge Onyibe is condemning Nnamdi Kanu, this and that, let us make a research. Let us investigate these issues to know if it is true or not. Then if you investigate this and find out that this is true, how can you now say that the same person that is committing all these atrocities can give you freedom? Somebody is trying to give you freedom. He is not yet nearing the freedom. He makes himself a supreme leader. Since I was born on this planet, I have never seen any single human being that answers supreme. The supreme I used to hear is the one that refers to God as the supreme being. But somebody who is trying to, who promised you freedom, never nearing the freedom, he made himself supreme leader. But he come on air telling you, I'm not interested in your useless politics. Once Biafra come, I will go home. What is happening now? With the things that is happening now, does he look like somebody who may be president in Nigeria today? Let us leave Biafra because he doesn't know how to talk about Biafra. Does it look like somebody who may be a president tomorrow in Nigeria or governor, and somebody will tell him to step down, he will accept it? He will not. Let me tell everybody listening to me this evening, that guy in the country is worse than all Nigerian politicians, all Igbo and Biafra extortion politicians. He is worse than all of them. That guy remains the worst person you can trust in your life. So, Judge Onyibe, this is the little thing I wanted to keep in. I will stop here for now. Good evening, I remember.
Thank you very much. Of course, that is the voice of Onwukwe Nwanze, the Anambra State administrator for the Biafra Nation Alliance family. He was one of the last victims of Nnamdi Kanu, and of course, as God will have his way, they were not able to hunt them down. And of course, we continue to progress. Our people must know the truth and let the truth set us free. We all know what is going to begin to befell Biafran people in the hand of our own brother from Monday. Make sure you are on the lookout. I am joined by Mbadike at this moment. Can you hear me, Mbadike?
Sir, good evening from City of New York.
Good evening, sir.
It's a hot evening, so I'm studying one place and listening to our people, and the message is getting in there. I thank you for this opportunity, and Mazim Mefo for our Biafran Human Rights Radio, because this radio platform is saving a lot of lives. It's just that our people is living in denial, When we started this struggle, we say whiter than white and whiter than snow. but our people trying to turn it into black and blacker than charcoal. When you see the truth, you can't speak it out. It's you in the darkness. You're not here to restore Biafra. You're here to worship a fellow human being like you. Like in America where we live, they tell you America first before anybody that is leading it. But if you love a leader more than the nation, then you're not gonna live to see that nation you're fighting for. That's why even America cherishes their flag more than the leader that they have. So Mazi, nevertheless, when our people, you see, when people are destined to die, that's why Muslim has been saluted. People that are destined to die, we salute them. That's the thing, because anybody that have a blockhead, you can never change, because they're not willing and ready to listen from different version of the story. When you come into United States here, especially in New York, you have more than 50 radio stations in one state. Everybody is saying what they need to say, and people are asking questions. But in our place, you're fighting for freedom. You have to set up a standard that people will know, hey, this is genuine. You're not going to intimidate people who doesn't agree with you. In New York here, we know how we ended up. We know how we've been labeled. All the people that never wants to come out when we was doing IPO in New York here, me and Ezekwe, we established everything here. All of a sudden, somebody from a different state will come in and tell you, this person did this person did that. And you with those people, most of them do the same thing that you do. And they see you every day. And most of these people, they turn around, they start talking from both sides of their mouth. That's why you know that our people are so out of this world. Sometimes you see a big man, you're thinking that they have something inside, but they're empty because they can't ask questions. The radio was told, a lot of people here, it was sold for 67 billion naira, that most of us get money. That radio is still broadcasting. If Nigeria bought that radio, you might be hearing now some music on it, or Yoruba music, or Fulani music on it, but you're still hearing the voice of our people there, and people can't even ask a question. So those are the things when you look at, you see that our people know what is going on. It's just that they want to live in lies. They want you to tell them the lies that will make them to feel good. I know since this platform has been set up, I give out the number people can call. People are calling the number. People knows what is going on. But they want to cover the blanket, the atrocities going on in Biafra land. That's why the last time I came in, I said, we have vigilantes in our communities. Starting from next week, you have to monitor everything that is happening around you. People will come out to destroy people's property, know where they live, know the family where they come from, because each and every one of them will have a question to answer. As you said it, don't go out early in the morning where the sunlight comes out before you go wherever you want to go. So that if anything is happening around you, then you know who is doing it and where they came from. But I just want to, tell our people, I is Izuchukwu Okoli, the mobilization administrator for North America, South America, and Caribbean. If you are in the position or ready to help to restore our nation and save our people back home, you can call this number 917-346-5419. If you are not ready to join the moving trend, you don't bother yourself calling this number, because it's not a gossip number. Call this number, or you send up a WhatsApp message there, and every message that has been sent here is being recorded. So, Mazi, and people want to get more information, you can go to our website, biafrannationalliance.com, biafrannationalliance.com, or you can go to a website of the Biafra Foundation Inc. For all the email address, you can send your email to allbiafran@gmail.com, allbiafrans@gmail.com. For charitable and taxable donation for people living in America, you can go to bia67foundation@gmail.com, so that we'll be able to circulate the relay station into Biafran land to save more lives. Because radio is what we need mostly now to encounter all these atrocities that is going on in our land. For information of our de facto government of Biafra, you can go to biafragov.org. biafragov.org. You get more information on Biafran de facto government, press release and other things that comes with this agitation. Dioba, we are staying put. We are going nowhere, and our final destination is Biafra. All hail Biafra, and thank you for this time.
Thank you very much. Sincere appreciation for joining me. And of course, we continue to tell our people the truth. At this moment, we are inching closer to the end of this program. But that having been said, if we do not stand up to fight to defend Biafra, I can assure you nobody will. Nobody will. And so this is our responsibility. We will live up to the tasks and the challenges ahead. We will make sure that nobody will sell the next generation of Biafra. You can see how difficult it is for people to come online and deceive you in a time like this. Of course, if you are following up, you will discover that it is not as easy as they thought it will be. We are the watchmen, saddled with the spiritual responsibility to protecting our nation, and we will stop at nothing to ensure we do that. Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. And of course, at this moment, I have to be winding up. I will say sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call in, and my apology to those I cannot take their call this moment. Remain Biafran, remain genuine. Live without fear, because perfect love casteth out fear. And if you harbor fear, it will only torment you. Do not forget, those threatening you are as much afraid as you are. It just requires a little courage, and then the moment you stand up against those atrocious acts, you will see they will be gone. That is what we can assure you. To understand our destination is Biafra, we will explore every avenue to ensure that our people understand the task that lies ahead of us, the challenges that are on our way on this quest to restore Biafra. I most sincerely appreciate all men and women who made it possible for this radio to be broadcasting, all men and women who, one way or the other, are working very hard to ensure that the restoration project is not sold out, is not rubbished by anybody. May God continue to bless us. May God continue to uphold us. May God continue to give us the enablement to stand at the gap on behalf of those who are alive, and of course those who have died. Because indeed we stand between the living and the dead. It is our duty to make sure that our people not only know the truth, that they embrace the truth, that they walk by the truth, and eventually that truth will lead us home. This is Radio Biafra Extra, of course, as always, streaming live through Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. As we sign off from here, do not forget, tomorrow is another day, and of course we will be here by the special grace of the Almighty Creator. We will be here exposing the atrocities. May God help all of us to continually stand by the path of the truth. There is no two ways about it. We are going home. And of course, good night and God bless you.
Biafra's Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please. There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life. Chiko Ginga Biama, you are the one to give us Biafra. We pray. Oh, just save the lives. We are your children, save our lives.
We are like sheep has gone astray. Restore our land and heal our hearts.
Save my life. Save my life. Save my life.
Almighty Father,
We are begging you, please.
we ain't been living here in the zoo. You up them and set us free. We are begging you. See my people stay at dying. We're dying, save our land. We beg you for love.
Tears in my eyes every day. I get cry. Nothing else I'm asking for. Lord, give me death before I die. We need a clearer picture, a better future, the Lord.
Freedom is what we want, nothing more, nothing less. We are tired of the zoo and their wickedness. Yes. Save my life, Papa.
Give us
We are begging you, please. We are begging you, please. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. Father, Lord, we lift up our hands to the air now. You walk in, can take all the glory and give it. Send your son to give me life. Send your hands and keep me
Give us Biafra. Save my life. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
I know you can feel our anguish.